What's up? What's up?
Good
How's
morning.
it
Good
going?
morning. Good morning.
Happy Tuesday. And I'm excited. Rhiannon's excited
You
because
should
we
be
have
excited.
we have another announcement for the event that is this Thursday. Thrive in any market, create leverage within your business. And actually, Ryan, you're the first one of this section of the day that we have on, as a guest speaker. And as Rhiannon and I were talking about, creating this event, obviously, the main speaker who is Justin Nelson and the power of virtual assistants and how it's really impacted our business and, Rhiannon's business. And we wanted to bring that to our market. So when we were talking about this day and actually putting on a day long event around topics, one of the things that we spoke about was we wanted to have team leaders or broker owners that were visionaries, forward thinkers that, could bring in the perspective of how to lead other agents into this type of market. So can you just give us a little insight of just your thought process, right? You went through, '08, you went through that transition and that market to the hot market to now kind of a little transition as well. So can you just talk about, just mindset from a leadership standpoint?
Yep. I think it starts there, right? It starts with what's the story that's being told from the top down. What is the strategy and definitely what's the mindset? A lot of people only know the real estate. We all have kind of short term memories and only know the real estate of where things have been. And the reality is it's been easy to be in the real estate game. There's been some struggles here there as far as the multiple offer game and different stuff like that, but it's good or bad, I'm not sure, but I'm going on my 20th year in real estate, and I can't believe it's been that long. But it's part of it is I've been through so much, and when you really look at things from the big picture and not just the tree in front of you, but kind of the whole woods, if you will, or from afar, and you really understand the numbers of where the rates truly are, where the market truly is, and then what story are you telling? And a lot of it is not just what story are you telling, but what story are you listening to, right? So the market's already shifted. People keep talking about shifting. It's shifted. It's already happened. I've been doing a lot of investment properties on my own and have felt some of that. I don't even want to say pain, but that shift, right? Of my homes that were selling in, a day or two on the market. Now I got one sitting 22 days. The reality is I've been in the game where a balanced market is 4 or 5 months a house on the market. So when you tell that story and when people really understand that a house should sit 90 to 120 days. We've all been in, John, you've been in a long time, Rhiannon, you've been in a long time. You understand those markets and those times, right? When every Friday was us calling our sellers and getting price drops and talking about those types of things that hasn't happened in how long, right? Every Friday was my day to call my sellers and have a couple cocktails and hope they didn't yell at me because their house still wasn't sold. So that's the reality. So it's what we've talked about, John, going back to basics and understanding that real estate isn't an easy game ever. And it's going to take some of that hard work. It's going to take some of those things that make us a true professional, right? The reality is for the longest time, you could get away with not being super professional in our industry and sell homes. If you knew someone and they had a decent home in a decent area and you put it on the market, the thing was gone. You had to do nothing. So I'm glad that those days are done. It wasn't a healthy market. It was an easy market, but it wasn't healthy. So let's get back to a more balanced. Real estate's a roller coaster. It's always going to go up and down. It's always going to kind of go circular to where it's been. Right. We're not going to get back to the analytics or the issues of the past when the crash happened, because it's just different issues that are happening. We still have a strong job market. We still have, good demand. If it's sitting, like I said, even 30 days on the market and moving, that's still a buyer's or a seller's market, I should say. It really needs homes, 90, 120 days on the market is not abnormal and is actually where a healthy market should be.
So this morning we were talking on Clubhouse about effort based, and John and I have been, through it all, with you as well. But what do you think are the most effort based things that maybe newer agents 5 years and under can be doing as we head into 2023?
You got to get back to studying the market, knowing the inventory that's out there. You have to get back to really understanding your presentations and being a professional, right? Like the market has been moving so quickly for so long that everybody, and as much as we preach it, so many agents are skipping the buyer's presentation and even having a true listing presentation, right? Because if you were the first one in, they probably just went with you. They knew it was going to sell and you were throwing out some crazy number and probably getting them more than that number. So they loved you. To where now, though, I see people are probably going to get back to doing some interviews for listing their home. And on the buy side, it's really getting back to having that buyer's presentation and going through those steps that we've been skipping for so long, and really knowing, again, the inventory in the market, studying the coming soons, and knowing pricing. Right now is where you really got to know pricing, because the reality is if pricing's here today and it's moving this way, I got to price here to sell. I can't price here, right? Because it's heading this way. And when I say that, I don't want people to think that the market's crashing or that really your home value, that you're losing value, right? But things are really stabilizing, and where they've been, it's going to be different numbers. On my investment properties, I'm still making money. I'm just not making the margins that I was, right? So especially in Columbus, we're very insulated against a lot of things because of all the outside factors and what's happening here. So, Columbus is a great place to be. Real estate's a great place to park your money. I've been taking a lot of my money out of stocks and other investments and throw it in real estate because it's a great place to put your money during inflation times and different times of just what's going on in the economy currently. But yeah, agents need to get back to being true professionals, and it's going to cause a lot of attrition, which is good because, unfortunately in our industry, there is a lot of individuals that, kind of take this as a part-time and don't put in the effort and the energy on the education side that they should. So that's what I'm telling agents is be a true professional, treat it like you would anything where we call ourselves. That's what I'm saying. We call ourselves real estate professionals, right? So if we're calling ourselves real estate professionals, we really need to live up to that and put in the effort that it takes.
You brought up the story that you tell and the story that you listen to. Um, how do you know you're listening and telling the right stories? What are some ways that agents out there can get the right information and the right story for what's truly going on and what's truly happening? Because ultimately our job is to relay that to our clients, right? And during any market, I don't care if it was the hot market or our current market, it's bringing a level of certainty to uncertain times, or where a client is uncertain about a process.
Yeah, I think the story, I think, first of all, for me, I can only speak about myself. I tune out any of the outside news, right? I tune all of that out, and I really look at some of the resources of where I'm getting my information. And you got to go back to stats and really, again, being a true kind of student of our industry and looking at it long term. If you understand mortgages from when they started in the United States, it's going to give you a good picture where we're at, right? If you understand real estate from a long term, and obviously I can go back at least 20 years here in Columbus, and those are the stories that I look at and tell. Keeping Current Matters is a place that is very good on information, and it's a place that I go to and really confide into the information that they have. Mortgage Daily, is an app that we use for that side of it. And then really it's the eye test. We always talk about the eye test and a lot of things of you can look at stats, and then the eye test is really just like what y'all do in Clubhouse and stuff, talking to other people who are in the market. The eye test is what is your listing doing? right? You got buyers out there. What is currently happening with those, right? Instead of just listening to what's being said, what's actually happening. So that's what I would consider the eye test of, I have personal listings out there. What is happening with those, right? And telling some of those stories. But again, understanding the history of it. If somebody's like, well, shit, my house has been on the market 3 weeks, the market's, what's wrong? When the reality is, that's not a bad thing, Mr. Seller. Let me explain to you the way the real estate market should work and why it's where it is and why this is not a bad thing, right? Let's really understand pricing and how to price your home correctly. Mr. Buyer, let's really sit down and understand what the process is going to be. Okay, you feel rates are a little bit high. Let's sit down and let's discuss that, right? Because, when you really look at people's true motivation, even on the buy side, right? Even as an investor, I care about rates, but I don't care about rates, right? What does a buyer care about? They care about typically their monthly payment. They care about maybe the equity in the home, some different things. They don't care about the rate. If for some reason you can figure out a way to, get their taxes at X, or you said, hey, your payment's $2,000 and your rate's 8%. Well, $2,000 is where I wanted to be for this house, right? So it's really not the rate, and like a seller, it's not our commission. It's not a lot of different things. What's the seller care about? When I sell this, right? When I sell this, what goes into my pocket? That's all I care about. Agents get stuck thinking they care about commission. They don't care about commission. They think they do, but what they care about is, what am I walking away with? So, Rhiannon, you're telling me you're going to charge me 8%, but you're going to get me X when I sell this? Cool, get your 8%, right? That's what I care about. So it's really understanding your clients and really, just like I said, having the right information and telling the correct story of what the truth is, and turning off. For me, it's muting out MSNBC, CNN, all of that other stuff. I don't, they all tell different stories for different narratives to kind of push whatever they want to push, and people believe some of that, unfortunately, and think that things are so bad, right? We're in this horrible recession and rates are high and the market's crashing, all these crazy things that are just fear-based, and it's not based on truth.
I love it.
No, we're excited. The event is sold out. If you guys are looking for tickets, we are having some people, not able to make it. We do have a wait list going. But if you're looking for more of this type conversation, make sure that you're there. Get in the building.
Well, if it's sold out, John, and I want to go, how do I get in? Who do I reach out to?
Reach out to Rhiannon and I. But no,
you'll sneak them in.
Probably.
We'll figure out a way. But no, we're excited, to have you on, and speaking in front of the room. I mean, there's going to be, I think we're at like 130 at this point, 135 people. So it's going to be a jam-packed day. It's going to be a ton of value. There's going to be a ton of insights and top agents, truly top agents within our market, talking about what they're great at. Right. We got solo agents. We got team leaders and broker owners. We got mindset, topic on mindset and empathy and connection, social media. It's all there in one day. And to top it all off, the three of us have had the pleasure of hearing Justin speak at least once. I think I've heard him speak 4 or 5 times now.
Yep.
And, just looking at your business in other ways and other opportunities, right? I think that's what 2023 is about. There's going to be opportunities. They're just going to be different than what we've been used to, right? And Justin's going to talk about an opportunity that you guys can have within your business that can greatly impact your business, from tedious things to get off of your plate to big projects that you want to do, right? So with the power of virtual assistants and how they can truly help you and your real estate business. So Ryan, we're excited to have you there in 2 days. We're excited for the remaining speakers that we're going to be announcing here over the next 2 days. And, make sure you guys reach out to us.
Yeah,
Ryan, thanks so much for jumping on with us this morning.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to Thursday.
Thanks, Ryan.
Yep, appreciate you.